So then guys, Apple have announced a brand new Apple Watch Series 10 this year. And also we got a brand new colour for the Apple Watch Ultra 2. But the big question is, as we roll into 2025 as 2024 finishes, which Apple Watch is best for you? Because at the end of the day, we have 3 different models coming out at 3 different times, and everyone wants to know, what one should I get for my needs? Well, today I want to cover over this for you, starting out with the Apple Watch Series 10, who this watch is for. Let's have a look then. So the new Apple Watch Series 10 is the largest normal Apple Watch we have ever had. It comes now in 2 sizes, 42mm and 46mm. But that larger 46mm model for the straps, well, the actual screen size is far bigger. In fact, Apple have claimed it's actually slightly larger than the Apple Watch Ultra 2 that we'll talk about in just a moment. Now, this watch definitely has a larger display on it compared to its predecessors like the Apple Watch Series 9, 8, 7, 6 and 5, and I think it was the 4 when it was the last time we had a redesign. But the other thing as well is this Apple Watch is far more slimmer. In fact, Apple are claiming this is the slimmest Apple Watch that they have ever made in their history. But for new features wise that we haven't seen already in an Apple Watch before, that is really it, to be deadly honest. Now, we did get the brand new sleep apnea that is coming out, and we've also got the new water sensor. But both the sleep apnea and that water sensor as well, they're coming out on the Ultra Watch 2, like what I've got right here. So really they're not brand new features. We've actually had these out before in previous Apple Watches. Like I said, the Apple Watch Ultra has had that sort of water gauge on it. But obviously the sleep apnea, that is a new feature, but it's also coming to the last year's Apple Watch Ultra 2 series. So yeah, it's not really going to be exclusive to the newest Apple Watch in the family. The other thing to mention about the Series 10 is that it's also got a new finish too. We've actually got the new titanium, but this will cost you a fair bit, as you can see right here. I think for the majority of people who are going to buy themselves a Series 10, they're probably going to still buy it in the original kind of aluminum or aluminium that it's made out of right now. But the big question is, who is this Apple Watch for? Well, I would say that the Series 10 is definitely for somebody who's very, very active with their sports. I'm talking about somebody who does a lot of track time, somebody who does a lot of time down the gym and things like this, love monitoring all their bits and pieces. I would say this is a perfect Apple Watch for you. When it comes down to it, it's not really that much different to the Series 9, Series 8, Series 7, you know, I could go on down to the Series 4. It's got an always-on display like before. And even the battery life, sadly, is exactly the same as what we had in the Series 9. So this is up to 18 hours, or in the low powered mode, this is up to 36 hours. And just in case you're wondering about that S10, what's powering the Apple Watch Series 10, it's not really any more powerful than the S9. What Apple did do is they packaged down the S10 into a smaller size so it could fit into the Apple Watch, so they could slim it down ever so slightly, but they also, remember, slimmed down the battery as well. So really you've got exactly the same battery, you're also getting the same kind of power, just in a slimmer profile. The best way I could think of this is like the PS4 Slim. It had the exact same power as a PS4, but more slimmer, but yet was just as powerful as the original model. And that's literally what you're getting there. You're getting no extra performance, no extra gains really. It's just a bigger display, and that is really it. There's not really going to be much differences here. But moving over to the next watch is the Ultra 2. Now the Ultra 2 in essence really hasn't had an update. All we got was a brand new colour, as you can see here, a darker colour, the black colour, and that is it. It's a black titanium, then that is it really. And then also, I must admit, we did get that new band too, which does look pretty cool and fancy. But yeah, that is all the updates you're getting here in the actual Apple Watch Ultra 2. Nothing of the actual physical design is really changing. Nothing with the bits and pieces inside that makes up this watch has changed whatsoever. It's exactly the same as the last model. So what's the big question is then, why would you buy the Apple Watch Ultra 2, over the Apple Watch Series 10? Like I said near the beginning of this video, all the features that you're getting in the Apple Watch Series 10, well, they're available in the Ultra 2, including that sleep apnea, what's coming, and also that water sensor, the gauge sensor, well, that's already built into this. So really there's nothing new here. But one thing that I would definitely say is, obviously the new Apple Watch Ultra 2 is coming out at the same price as it did last year, but if you do shop around and you don't really want that black model, you can actually get the current Apple Watch Ultra 2 at a far lower price, and in fact probably even lower than the actual titanium model of the brand new Apple Watch Series 10. But what I would say about the Apple Watch Ultra 2, it does have one big gain in one area that I would definitely say, and that is it's got the bigger battery inside of it. This watch can go up to 36 hours, whereas remember with the Series 10 that can only go up to 18 hours. We've also got the extra shortcut button on the side, and you know Apple were banging on about the Series 10 that it could play audio out of the side speaker now when you're walking around. Well, guess what, the Apple Watch Ultra 2 will be able to do the same there. So really there's no any big differences here. If you want to have a better battery life, the Ultra 2 is still the better watch, and like I said already, the S9 to the S10, there is no differences there in speed. The S10 has just been made, the same chip, just been made a bit more smaller to fit inside the Apple Watch S10, or the Series 10 I'm going to call it. So yeah, really no differences. But who is this Apple Watch for, you're probably wondering? Well, the Ultra 2 I would say is definitely people who like to hike and also like to do kind of a bit more extreme sort of sports out there. Scuba diving, you know, climbing up mountains, you get the idea. It's definitely a watch for that. But there again, there's nothing stopping just ordinary people having this watch because it's got the longer battery life. It's one of the reasons why I have it. I hated my previous Apple Watch that I had to charge it up every single night, whereas at least I can actually get around about a day and a half's battery on average with this Apple Watch, sometimes a little bit more, what is really, really useful for me. So yeah, I do really, for one, appreciate that with this watch. Something else that I want to talk about very quickly is the giveaway that we are doing on this channel for this. This here is the iPad Pro, and I'm giving this away in a couple of weeks time now, at the end of September, to one lucky subscriber on this channel. It's not that far away now, and you can still enter in right now for this giveaway for this iPad Pro. All you have to do is just put down in the comments below of what technology you're hoping to still get in 2024. Whether this be Apple related or not, like you might be getting yourself a PS5 Pro or something like this, I don't know. Just put it down into the comments below. And also at the same time, like I said, I'm giving this away to one lucky subscriber. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Also hit that notification bell, because like I said, I'll be making a video near the end of September time, giving you a few more details about the iPad Pro. There'll be a little form to fill in too and things like this. And also I'll be telling you when I'm going to do the actual live stream for who we're going to give this away to. But a few more informations about the actual iPad Pro. It is the 13-inch model. It also has the M4, and it also has 512 gigabytes of storage inside of it. And not only this, I'm also going to be giving away this with it too. This here is a Magic Keyboard, and that lucky subscriber is going to get both of these together. The last thing I just want to quickly mention, sadly there are still lots of scammers and spammers out there. People still impersonating me, telling you to WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, you know, all these sort of ways of communicating. This is not me at all. The best thing you can do is ignore these people. Best you can see right here. Please do report them. So the last Apple Watch I want to talk about is the Apple Watch SE. Now, funny enough, I would actually say the Apple Watch SE is probably for about 80% of the population in the world who has an Apple device and wants an Apple Watch. The Apple Watch SE does everything that you need to do. It can do all of those activities. It can track your fitness. It can track your health. There's no problems whatsoever. You can get all your notifications. You can get everything what a normal Apple Watch can do. The only difference is the screen inside of it is actually slightly smaller in the actual chassis. That's the only difference there. It's based on a Series 4 sort of design. Obviously, you don't get the always on display, but battery life is exactly the same as the Apple Watch Series 10. You get up to 18 hours battery, and the best thing I would say about this is actually you get this watch at a super great price, as you can see right here. Now, obviously, the Apple Watch Series 10 and the Ultra 2 do have a bigger display, but up until the end of the Series 9, all of the normal Apple Watches have always been around this sort of display size, and we've lived with this for the last 9 years. So, you know, I would still recommend this as a great watch to get in 2024 and even going into 2025. And if you're worried about the speed inside of it, well, the speed is still great inside of it. It's got the S8 chip inside of it, and this, at the end of the day, wasn't that much slower than the S9 or the S10. It's like about 10 or 20% slower. It's nothing in it. You're not going to notice any really slowdowns with your Apple Watch there with the SE model. And personally, like I said, for probably 80% of people out there, this is probably the best watch you can get right now if you just want the Apple Watch experience at a great price, as you can see right here. But really, guys, as we go into 2025, if you want the Apple Watch with the slim look kind of design, go for the S10, that's what I would say. But if you want the Apple Watch with the kind of better battery life out there and don't mind a slightly chunkier design, you maybe even like this chunkier design, go for the S2. And like I said, you can get some great deals out there at a very similar price to the Titanium Series 10 out there. And then last of all, if you just want the watch experience and you just want to buy it as cheap as possible, still the SE is a great model to buy right now. But really, guys, those are all my thoughts on all the 3 current Apple Watches that are available right now. What are your thoughts? And are you planning on getting yourself an upgrade on a new Apple Watch? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And with that as well, guys, it's time to wrap up this video. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. Also, you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons too, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.